The Todd Shapiro Show on Canada Laughs. SiriusXM Channel 168.
I got to know our next guests, and I got to see what they're doing with the brewery out in Vaughan. And I was like, these are our Todd Shapiro Show type of salt of the earth, hardworking, great family people who've taken a chance in life to open up a brewery that is doing phenomenally well now. They just won a bunch of craft brewer awards, the Independent Craft Brewer Awards. And here are Dave and Sharon from Lake Wilcox. Hi, guys.
How's it going?
We're starting to work together.
We are.
It's super cool. Tell us a little bit about Lake Wilcox Brewing.
So we opened up Lake Wilcox Brewing this past October, and basically started with no business. I mean, we had a small contract SKU, and it was doing all right. But I said, you know what, we're in it to win it. So let's get our nose to the grindstone. And so we started procuring equipment, leases, and 6 months later, we're brewing. We're almost at full capacity right now. And get stronger every day.
People that do it right are doing it very right, and there's some people out there just doing it because they think they can.
Well, and I have a feeling you guys wanted to do it for that same reason. You wanted to make good beer.
Yeah, absolutely. For us, it's we want to focus on good quality products and traditional styles. That's what we do. The beer's got to taste good. It's got to last a long time in the can, because once it leaves our brewery, it's out there for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months, right? So quality control is extremely important, and we're passionate about it.
When I came up there in Vaughan and hung out with you guys and was sampling your beer, I was pretty honest with you all, where it's like, beer's not my first choice. Wine might be. I'm a bit more of a wino, and I'm trying your beer, and I don't want people to think I'm saying this just because you're sitting there. But this was a beer, and you said it to me, which I loved. You're like, listen, we have different flavors, and there's a lot of different ingredients that have gone into these, but we wanted to make it drinkable. And when I'm drinking it, it's just easy to consume. There's one in particular called the Mad Quacker, and I'm telling you, this beer, and I crushed a bunch on the weekend. Thank you.
Whenever you put a beer into the marketplace, it has to be drinkable. People have to be able to enjoy it and go back and say, I'm going to buy that again and again and again. It's a volume-based business, right? So putting good tasting, drinkable beers in the marketplace is our number one focus. Yeah, we like to brew crazy stuff and be really creative, and we have an opportunity to do that because we have a small pilot brewing system where we'll do a double IPA or Imperial Stout or a Saison, and so we can still be very approachable to that real crafty guy that wants something crazy, but you're gonna have to come see us for that, right? And experience the brewery. But as far as our LCBO and beer store distribution and grocery and all our licensees, we want to put good drinkable beers that people will approach time and time again. That's our goal, man.
Well, and it's so cool because you can go and visit the Lake Wilcox Brewery. The address again is?
It's 1033 Edgeley Boulevard. We're just south of the Vaughan Mills Shopping Mall.
Cool, and near Canada's Wonderland.
Yep, just south of Canada's Wonderland.
If the kids are driving you crazy, leave them there. Have a beer. And it's a very cool spot where it's kind of like its own brew pub now, where you can
Absolutely.
go. I love the entrepreneurial, inspirational aspect of it. Now, tell us about the beers. Tell us about the different variety of beers and how you came up with them.
So we have 4 core beers, like we call them. Those are the ones that we can package and then we send out to the marketplace in larger quantities. So our first one is the Mad Quacker.
Dude,
that's the one that goes in the LCBO. It's our Amber Lager SKU. It just won bronze at the Ontario Brewing Awards, so
nice.
We're super stoked about that. Our second one,
and that one, by the way, has got a bit of a caramel flavor. It's
That's nice, and it's a
little
lager.
bitterness. It's a lager beer.
Great.
Yeah, we lager that beer for 23 days.
Awesome.
So it's super smooth. We have our black IPA that just picked up a silver at the Ontario Brewing Awards. So 2 of our core beers have medaled already in the first 6 months, right?
Wow.
And then we have our American Pale Ale, which is just a blonde, fully filtered pale ale. A little bit of citrus notes in that beer. And then we have our craft lager, which is our we call it our crusher. I mean, this thing is just it's a dockside beer. That's why we call it the Lake House Craft Lager. I mean, it's so smooth, low bitterness. It's 100% malt brew. People love it.
You guys are parents and a married couple, and you have another partner, Ray, as well. This to me is a really just a wonderful story, right? The beer's selling very well. The packaging, the different variety, the staff there, the entire facility. I mean, it's all coming together. Sharon, did you even a few years ago, could you have imagined it would be going so well?
I'm not going to lie, Todd. My husband has had some crazy ideas over the years. And this one was one that really stuck. And I'm glad it did. I didn't anticipate that this is where we would be, but it's a great place to be. I'm glad to be a part of it. I'm glad it's going well. And we have great things to look forward to.
How many LCBOs are you in now?
Well, we're in well over 100 right now. I think we have about 40 beer stores and licensees and grocery. It's available basically to any LCBO that wants to pick it up. I mean, we solicit obviously orders from them, but I mean these managers can pick it up and say, hey, listen, and order direct. So all you LCBO managers out there.
What's the machine called where the beer's like going into the can?
Well, the canning machine.
The canning machine.
That's pretty high tech, Todd.
That's an amazing name.
I know. I can be honest. I didn't think of it myself.
Okay. and then the top goes on it. But like it has any of your buddies just asked you if they could like lie under that thing?
No. most people want to sit underneath the fermenters and bright tanks because you have these little racking ports in there and the beer just spews out, right? So that would be like a shot, right?
That sounds delicious.
You're obviously very well versed in the beer game.
Yes.
Once you started getting the ball rolling on Lake Wilcox, was there even so much more maybe that you learned that you didn't know?
Todd, we learn everything every day.
Okay.
A little bit every day. It wasn't a exact science for us. My partner and I, Ray and I, had two different backgrounds, right? So we looked at each other and we said, why not? Why can't we do it? And he pushed me hard, man. And him and I we just put our nose down and we started looking into it. And one thing led to another, Todd. It was like literally, 6 months later, we had a brewing license. 2 months later, it was just one thing after another. Things were happening so fast that we couldn't keep up with ourselves, right? So now, like I said, we're from 2015 till now, we're sitting with bricks and mortar in Vaughan, and we're here, man. And this is just it's an exciting time.
Tell me about Sharon Lake Wilcox, the name, how you came up with it, and the packaging since that's happened. That's really beautiful.
So Lake Wilcox, the name, we're actually all kind of from or currently residing in the Oak Ridges area. And Lake Wilcox is a kettle lake that's in that area. And so many people have great memories of being on a lake, and beer and lakes kind of have a tendency to go hand in hand. So
But not boating.
But not boating.
Well
no,
said.
no.
Yep.
So being part with Lake Wilcox and making beer kind of went hand in hand. And then as the labels came into play and trying to come up with a unique label that's going to stand out on the shelves at the LCBO, in the beer store, and that you want to make sure that it's going to be something that's kind of, that sounds a little interesting. And the Mad Quacker came to be as living by the lake and hearing the ducks quack like mad is enough to drive you crazy. So that's where that one came from. The Bandit, that one was a bit of a tale from history that apparently there was a biker gang in the 70s that robbed a bank in Toronto and had a hideout up at Lake Wilcox and went up and tossed a whole bunch of their guns in the lake, apparently, and hid out there until the heat died down.
Jared, don't go swimming looking for the guns, okay?
And you can tell that you guys actually care about beer.
Beer.
And not just like, it's not just for making it. You say he's had a lot a lot of ideas, right? Like his remote control helicopter company didn't take off.
Don't get me
Nice enough to let
started.
them make beer.
No, but we're delivering the beer in that now. Okay. Lake Wilcox Brewing is .com is where to go.
Facebook, Lake Wilcox Brewing,
Great.
and we're on Twitter and Instagram as well. They're all Lake Wilcox Brewing.
Got it across the board. Good.
Exactly.
Good. It's nice to know no one else had it.
That's why my email had to be Lake Wilcox Brewing 88.
I got a little mixer
handful.
pack down here. I didn't know how formal this was going to be.
Oh, yeah, that's
Todd
really
told
nice.
us you weren't allowed to try
Yeah,
them in here.
you weren't allowed to drink
You're
it.
not allowed to drink them
Special
anymore?
rules in the.
It was like my lifelong goal to drink with Todd Shapiro on the Todd Shapiro show. And now I can't do that.
Well, Sharon and Dave, thank you very much. I look forward
Thanks,
to
Todd.
many
Thanks,
more months
Todd.
with you, and definitely exposing people to this wonderful product that you've made. Lake Wilcox Beer. Go to lakewilcoxbrewing.com, and lots to come.
Thanks so much.
Cheers,
Todd.
cheers.
Appreciate
The
it.
Todd Shapiro Show on Canada Laughs. SiriusXM Channel 168.
Hey, thanks for watching that video. You can subscribe over there, or you can watch another video over here. And I think this is the Daniel Bryan yes chant. So what the hell? Yes, yes, Todd Shapiro show. Daniel Bryan can't wrestle anymore. It's a very sad story.